Alright guys, welcome back to another GeoGuessr video. Today I'm going to be doing solo and arbitrary world streaks once again. Trying to reach that 58 threshold so we can get on the leaderboard here. So let's just hop straight into a game. And let's see how we do. Brazil to start off here. Very dry, very sandy. I would say probably more northeast than it was. And then we have some New Zealand bollards here. Not sure where to click, so I'm just going to click up in there. And it was pretty close. With this one, we do have a more rounded pull, but driving on the left with the Thai script there, I think it should be. Should just be Thailand. The pull is a little bit strange, but should be Thailand nonetheless, and it was just Chiang Mai there. We have the nooses like bar that goes all the way to the outside insulator, and it's looking very dry, so I probably just go Timor here or Sumba. And these like stick fences are usually a good indication that we're in one of the nooses or Timor or Sumba there. And then these with these Uruguayan bollards should just click dead middle, and we get a pretty good score there to start off the run. All right, this one with this red soil, it's a little bit tougher. Thin road. My initial thought was Sri Lanka, but I can see something like Thailand with this red soil as well. I don't know if I like Sri Lanka as much. It is kind of hilly in the background here. Can I see other things, like the Philippines, perhaps? Potentially. I think I'm going to go Sri Lanka with these walls and the red soil, but I could see like a Thailand or something like that. Or Indonesia. So that is a little bit tough. But we start over again. We get the Bulgarian alternating hook pulls. And then looks like just a Germany here, I would say, with those bollards. And it was just north of Stuttgart. We do have a Brazil-style ladder pole there. And it was actually all the way out in Sergipe or something, or Alagoas. And yeah, this looks like another Brazil. Especially, we do have rounded poles this time, but the longer plate plus the white painted bottoms. Maybe this is a bit more south. I'm not too sure. It was actually in MG, so it was pretty flat there, but yeah, I guess that does make some sense, as we do get a Spain. And we're back on 5, so not too bad for losing the last one. This is looking like India. We're driving on the left, it looks like, by this arrow and this stop sign. So I'm not sure where to place this one. It's looking a bit more tropical. We do have a palm. Maybe just like AP. It was actually Bihar there, so quite far off. But we do have the Mongolian car here, so we just move on. And New Zealand bollards there. And I'm going to say North Island, but it was Max South, so sometimes I do get those two confused. This is looking like agricultural, like farmland. This pink house especially is looking like Mexico here with this flatness, and it was just near Mexico City. And then this one, we do have the Kazakhstan car here. Yeah, not too much to think about there. And it was actually south. We did have winter coverage, so it does make a lot more sense that it was south. As we do get a Brazil pole, so maybe something like Ceará. It was a bit more south in Bahia. That works as well. This one, I'm thinking Peru or Bolivia here. Something like Peru makes sense, like on the lake area. And it actually was all the way out here. So wrong vibes, but we do get the right country there. This is looking like maybe Yukon, I would say. Yellow trees, Gen 4. And yeah, it was the 2. I'm not even sure if they have Gen 4 on the road that I clicked on, but that's okay. This is looking more Canadian to me. Maybe like a little Ontario action. We have a single yellow. And the trees generally feel a bit more northern, so maybe something out here. It was just Michigan, so that is a bit unfortunate. Right latitude there, but just across the border in the US, which is kind of unfortunate. This one is also looking Canadian to me. I'm not sure where to click, though. It was actually New Brunswick. So interesting transformers there on the poles, because usually they would be facing the road, but that is a bit tough. No fronts with some of these like white houses, white wooden houses. They look a bit more northern to me as well, so this should be like somewhere up in here, and it was Nova Scotia, actually. All right, this one, we have 2023 copyright with the German bollard, so we should be, and it is pretty flat. It was actually more north. And then the double guardrail is usually an indicator for Ecuador, and we do have the Ecuadorian like bollards on the side of the road here. We should be somewhere up in the middle. And then this pole is looking quite Cambo, I would say. The roundedness with the dots on the top. I'm really scared that this is like going to be some weird India, but I think we're going to trust the pole there. And it was. We're back on 5. And we get a Kyrgyzstan, I mean. We are on the other side of the lake. This is looking like the U.S. once again. I'm not sure where to place this one. Looks like we're growing some pines here. Maybe somewhere more south, and it was just Georgia there. And then this one is looking like winter coverage with the mountains. We should be like close to Almaty, or up here with the winter coverage. So that does make some sense. And then we got a Senegal here driving on the right with those bollards. All right, looks like Taiwan here. We can see the hint of the Taiwan bottom of the pole there. We can run that one. We are back on 10. And what is this one now? Let's see. We got 2023 copyright. Looks like a white plate there. It's very hard to see. This is a bit tough. Houses to me look more French, but it could obviously be Germany. Something like that. I'm unsure here because can't really see too much of what's in front of me, which is a bit unfortunate. The other thought here was like Denmark or something, but I think the plate on this van is white. So that doesn't make any sense for Denmark. I mean, it was just Germany there, so. Okay, not too bad. Let's see. This is looking like maybe the Netherlands here. It's looking kind of flat. We got a couple bikers. Yeah, I don't see really any elevation change. So yeah, and it was on one of the islands there. The man-made islands. Looks like a Chile pole, I would say, and the styles of these signs are very Chilean. The green with the white text on it. So somewhere like down near Los Angeles or, yeah, that area near Talca. And then we do get a Lesotho here. So we're on 14. Let's see if we can get 15. And we should get it. This should be an Indo here with these like oil palm plantations. I'm just going to click Riau. And it was actually Aceh, like kind of spill coverage, I guess, because not a lot of Aceh is covered, but the southern parts are. Here looks like New South Wales or Vic. So I'm just going to click near the border. And it was actually South Australia there. So that's a bit of a surprise, but we do get another Lesotho here with this dryness. Brown, very brown soil, and like some of these houses where they use brick in this style makes a lot of sense for Lesotho. So I'm just going to click near Maseru, and it was a bit more west. All right, this one we're going to have to use our noggins for. Let's see, what are we looking at? I thought something like Croatia maybe is a possibility. I also thought like Italy, but I don't know if the houses like necessarily match. Greece wouldn't match with this pole, I think. I think this pole would most likely be wooden. So I'm trying to narrow down like what it could possibly be. I am thinking Croatia initially. Just because I can't think of a better option. Like Spain is a possibility, and I guess anything Mediterranean might work. I'm not too sure here. 2015 copyright. Yeah, it really could be anything here, and I'm not sure. The rock walls kind of make sense for Croatia, but I don't know if the houses necessarily do. But let's just give it a shot anyway, and let's see where this one is. And it was just Spain, yeah. Okay, so I did consider that as an option, but like northern Spain sometimes really gets me. And yeah, it's just a bit tough. So we're going to practice a bit more on that one as we ignore that guess. As we move into a Chile here. We should be actually in Atacama, so a little bit of a silly goose guess there. Looks like we got autumn coverage, so I'm going to click more east, and it was even more east of my plonk. These are looking like some Mexican signs or Guatemalan signs, but we do have the Guatemala like back car blur here, so we're in Guatemala, and we move into like a Japan low cam driving on the left, and another one. So we got a low cam again. And country streak at 5. This is looking very southern. My first thought was like Louisiana, but this probably looks more like Florida. Yeah, and it was a bit more southeast. Maybe a Brazil pole here, going through some part of the Amazon. Or some part of Santa Catarina, which is not the Amazon. A little bit weird, but we'll take it. And region guesses have just not been on point today. I will say that. It's been a bit tough. All right, what is this looking like? I'm not sure here. Looks like we do have some language that is not Cyrillic. Romania is an option, I think. The other thought was like Podgorica, but I don't think it is. Um, the trees are what's throwing me off a little bit. Like, can it be Podgorica? Can it be like I can't really read this language, which is unfortunate. It does look like Latin. I don't know what that says either. And I've never really seen this red road sign. Maybe I scanned like Podgorica for like a roundabout of some kind. I don't know. Like this is quite weird. Let's try this. Was Coper okay? Yeah. I guess that does make a lot of sense. At the end of the day, I never really like think about that. If we're not playing AI Gen, because AI Gen we get a lot of Coper, or at least we used to. But Arbitrary World, yeah, it's a little bit tough. But let's move on, and we'll go a little bit faster here. You get Australia, a little bit of houses on sticks there. So Cambodia, um, winter coverage like this. I probably just click here, and it was, especially in Gen 3. Safaricom usually means Kenya, because I believe that is like their cell phone provider. Yeah, it was down there actually. Got a couple French bollards there, so let's just send France. We're back on 5. So we go a little bit faster here. We do have the thing that reaches the outer part, and it was West Nusa. Let's see. This is looking like Portugal maybe with this pavement, like this brick. We got like an orange roof peeking through there, and like these trees, like I don't know if they're eucalyptus, but like these style of trees where they're very skinny trunks does make a lot of sense for here or Spain. So I can see either. And it was Portugal, which is nice. As we get a low cam here. It looks like Italian, no? Yeah, so we should be in the Italian part down here. And we were. As we do get a Peru. And then this is looking like, oh boy. I would probably go Alaska. Yeah, it was. Okay. Cool. Not Gen 2 there, so that does help out a little bit. This one is really weird. I will say that. I am not sure what this is. At first I was Argentina with some of these bushes on the side here. But yeah, it's looking a little bit weird. I guess the blur makes sense. Gen 4 like this. Maybe somewhere like up here. The other thought was like Peru, maybe, with this hill. But I don't know. The coverage is weird to me. It's 2024? Like, okay, it was just Peru. Yeah, I mean, I guess that does make sense because some of this grass that we do get is very common. Yeah, I mean, if we were looking this way, like this is easy Peru, right? And we can see the black front of the car, and that's actually just a volcano there, so that's unfortunate. But yeah, I mean, let's give it one more go. We're gonna try our best here. We do have the cinder blocks at the bottom. I'm not sure about this pole here. My initial thought was Czechia, with the cinder blocks and this random forest. Can it be something like Slovakia as well? I think it could. Or, yeah, with the random forest, maybe Slovenia is a good option as well. So, all right. Bit of a skill issue there, but Europe sometimes just gets me. As we do get what appears to be a Monaco, I think, with these nice little apartment buildings and stuff. Yeah, it was Gen 2. Yeah, we got the Indo pole here. Where am I going? Maybe like a Kalimantan here. And it was just north of Java. We had a lot of metal roofs, but so that does make a lot of sense. I just click Kayseri if I see a lot of snow. So yeah, it was near there. In Turkey. All right, what is this looking like here? I personally have no idea. It's looking like winter-ish coverage. Like my thought was Croatia, maybe. Or like a Hungary, possible in this Gen 3 winter. I think I like Croatia more with some of these houses, but yeah, I can definitely see like a Hungary as well. Or a Czechia. Yeah. I mean, winter Czechia. 2019, like, yeah, I should have considered that, I think. As we're going to try to get at least 15 before we bow out here. This looks like Germany. We got, like, you know, the huge blur. People blurring out their houses and stuff like that. South Korea. And this is looking like a low cam. I mean, probably like this is probably just Hokkaido, right? Like it looks so weird. Um, but yeah, it's low cam. Okay, like I'm not going there personally, but I mean, that's a really sick location. I can't lie. Little bit of a skill issue, most likely, but that is all good. We learn, we live and we learn. As we get a Botswana, perfect. Mongolia here, and this is looking like Ireland. I think we got some white houses here. Not sure about the white sticker, but it does make a lot of sense. Was actually Scotland there. Well, that's not good. But we move on. And then this one I go Ireland again. And yeah, that time it actually was. And looks like we're looking at south of Chile. And then this is probably like here, right? Was actually North Sumatra, but yeah. Senegal here. The outer dashes. And then we get some Danish signs, so cool. As we get a what looks like interesting like Amazonian Brazil. Yeah, it was Para there. The road angle was a bit weird for me. That's why I couldn't really think of where to go. But yeah, North Bangladesh there. Some of the rice that they're growing. Oh boy. I'd probably just go UAE, right? It looks more like Dubai. Yeah, it was. Perfect. What is this now? Um, I'm personally not sure. This is a bit of a weird one. My initial thought was like Brazil, I think, but maybe not. With some of this, like, can it be Turkey or something weird? Do I just reset here, maybe? Um, yeah. I mean, sun looks south. I'm not sure. Like, maybe I just click Spain. Was Croatia? Okay, sure. That was one of my thoughts, but yeah, I don't know. I just didn't execute. Okay, ignore that. Everybody makes mistakes. Uh, we had the North Sumatra pole there with the uneven insulators, so that's a bit unfortunate. But we're spiraling now as we slowly move into getting a decent streak going. Looks like we're just a little bit washed today, and sometimes that just happens, you know. But we gotta live and we learn, and we gotta just keep pushing, trying to get good scores. Yeah, I mean, I just go Bulgaria here with this style of road, and it was just Turkey, so yeah, I mean, sometimes it's just not your day, guys, and today has just not been my day. But we are gonna post everything that we play, so I mean, if you see me fail every once in a while, you just gotta realize, you know, this Diano guy, he's human too, and he makes plenty of mistakes. Like on this one, I mean, I probably like here, right? Or like, okay, it's Taz, but we get the right country at least. All right. Let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. We have a Bulgaria here, so that's good. This one is maybe Brazil. Yeah, it was Manaus, but we were close enough. Looking a bit swampy. Florida makes sense. Yeah, and it was. Okay, Lesotho. We're picking up traction, momentum. Of course, as I say that, we're going to get a super hard round that I'm not going to get. But keep moving as we get a red car Ukraine. And we get a Faroe Islands here with this Carbler. Very non-forested looking mountains. And a Botswana. So we're moving. We're moving a little bit as we get Nigeria here. And what is this? Japan. Perfect. All right, so we're at 15. If we do lose this streak, it is unfortunate, but we're going to keep focusing. All right, so we are driving on the left here. So I think this is a default South Africa guess. This looks maybe more coastal, so maybe I click like Durban or something. It was near East London. As we do get this is looking like maybe, yeah, I mean, we have a Trident pole here, so I am going to click Uruguay. And it was just near Montevideo. As we get a Laos here driving on the right, we have like the Thai poles. And I don't think we have any car meta here, so I'm just going to click here. And it was. Perfect. All right, what is this looking like? We got some wood poles. I am thinking Greece here. Probably. Some of this architecture does make sense for the Mediterranean area, and I think we have like a Greek-style lamp, so everything kind of checks out for me. It was north near Thessaloniki, and this is looking like probably. All right, guys, thank you for watching. That's how you end out the video right there. Just an absolute fail. Like we had an Indo pole there, and I said, hey, and we had a thin road, and we had drainage, and I still said, I'm gonna click Malaysia. I don't know. Sometimes your brain is just like autopiloting, and it just happens. All right, guys. So feel free to flame me in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And thanks for hanging out, guys. I'll see you guys later. Bye.